and I'm looking at it and I'm like, bro, I caved my frame in on the bottom. It's still the same bike. I just holeshotted everybody on it. It's just a caved in stock frame.
How about Moranz getting the whole shot? This is great. I met a gypsy.
So what's an average week for you look like in Supercross?
Oh man, so that's what's tough for me as well, is not having, which I'm super stoked to have, the Chamber family, Jack Chambers and his whole family. And honestly, it might be a little bit weird now with the whole Sexton thing, but I've been riding with Sexton and Starling and those guys, and made a deal with them to ride down at their track, so then I'm not having to rent my own house and everything like that, because I'm staying with the Callow family, which they came up and rode my track before the winter, because their mechanic Jordan lives close to me back home, so he wanted to come back home, brought the kids with him. They rode at my track instead of doing anything for paying me or anything like that. We ended up working a deal where I could just come down and stay in like an extra room in Tampa. So I've been staying down in Tampa. I drove out to Anaheim. I attempted to drive out to Anaheim. 15 minutes in, my fan transmission went out. So that was, I don't know if you've seen anything about that, but that was a nightmare. Yeah, so that was like kind of the coolest thing, at least for when it started, right? So leave for A1, 15 minutes in the drive, which thank goodness 15 minutes, not 15 hours, because it's a 24-hour drive.
Yeah.
And are we all good?
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. So yeah, 15 minutes of the drive, van transmission goes out. I had never experienced anything like that before. It felt like it just went into neutral to an extent. So then I called my dad and I was like, hey, I don't know what just happened, but just drive down the road real quick. We got to tow this thing back. So we ended up having a loaner van literally overnight, took everything out of my van, built up a quick wall, and packed everything in there so then I could leave the next day. So like there's a whole video on that on YouTube too, of the whole experience, like it blowing up, me like videoing, like I hope this is not going to make a vlog, but if my van just blew up, there's going to be a story behind this. So we did that whole thing, got out to A1, made a story behind it, and then right after that, since I'm in this other van, I was like, I got 4 weeks to get this van fixed, because I'm coming back home after all these Cali rounds to grid my van. I want my van, like, you know what I mean? So then it's like crowdsourcing and trying to crowdfund how to replace a transmission, because that's $6,000 right there pretty much. So went through, raced A1, ended up making the first main event, which was huge for me, because last year it took me until round 6 to make a main event. So to make main event at round 1, Kev was stoked. I was all about it. So the whole van situation and everything, because as soon as I got out to California before round 1, I went up to Mumford's to ride because it was raining everywhere in California, and pull in this first day. One of the first days I was able to ride because of how much rain it goes. Pull in, boom, nail goes right through my tire as I stop and pull up next to like Benny and all those like tires going flat. I'm like, dude, it's just one thing after another. I just did so much to get in a different van to get out here, and now it's just a shit show to an extent. And then that next day, rode at Mumford's, cased a jump on top of a rock on my race bike, because I'm trying to like break my race bike in. Don't notice it, case, roam, boom, finish up my moto, go to the track. Next day is Friday, so I have to prep my own bike. So I change my oil, change my clutch, get everything ready to go, new graphics. I'm doing everything like that on Friday, but when I go to change my oil and then change my clutch, lean the bike over, lean it up against the stand or whatever on the fork, pop the clutch cover off, and I'm looking at it and I'm like, bro, I caved my frame in on the bottom. It's still the same bike I'm racing today. So like the frame, we got video right here. So the frame is like this. I don't know how. Yeah, frame is like this, right? And then it goes up where the motor is.
Yeah,
it is like completely mushroomed. Like the frame is squished on the bottom, and I saw that 4 p.m. on Friday before A1, and I'm like, bro, I can't. There's no way I can swap a motor.
Nah.
Or just like, I mean, I would have to change everything. Yeah, I would have to do, like, I was like, I would have to ride my practice bike. But at that point, I was like, the practice bike's not really, like, I had already just changed the clutch. I changed everything. Like, this bike's ready to go. It's 4 p.m. on Friday. I'm like, bro, I'm racing it. Like, it's still the same bike. I just holeshotted everybody on it. It's just a caved in stock frame. It is what it is, dude. So that was a whole cool situation. But the crowdsourcing behind that, we did like a jersey giveaway right after that, and hey, go grab a program donation via the website, which is $10 donation. If you do that right now, you'll get entered not only for the YCF pit bike that we're giving away at the end of the season, Supercross season, because we have that going on all season, but if you do it right now, you'll have a chance to win this signed jersey. And on top of it, we're trying to raise enough funds to pay for this transmission kind of deal. So that went really well. I ended up raising $5,640, and it cost me $4,900 to replace the transmission and $800 because I had to replace the radiator too. So it came out $5,640 was the amount raised. $5,695 is how much it cost me.
And so how much riding do you get to do through the week? Like,
that's what we were talking about. We went on a tangent there. Your first question was was what we do on a week looks like for me. So that's where, I got awful on that tangent because I gave you the whole van story. But after I came back from California, drove back and swapped out vans, drove down to Houston, then drove to Tampa. Then now I'm staying with the family that obviously they came and rode at my house, yada, yada, yada. So now I fly out on Thursdays because I have to be there either for Friday morning press, and then also I need to be there in the morning because I do all my own bike work, right? Like I'm not like, I would say actually pretty confidently everybody else on that main event line, whether it's their dad or has somebody else there, does their bike work for them, majority of it at least, and they're not there until 5 p.m. working on their bike, then making marketing videos, then doing a helmet wrap video, then doing a, shout out because I got some plastics because I just took all my own plastics off and put different graphics on. But hey, Moranz Mafia, if you guys want to come out, I got signed plastics for you guys. Like I'm there all day. So I have to fly out on Thursday, ride, get the bike ready, yada, 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 do my marketing, do my videos. That's what Friday looks like. Saturday, obviously the races. Sunday, usually fly home. Sunday afternoon-ish, just try to chill. Monday is more of like probably a cycle stretch, something chill. Tuesday, probably do some riding. And then Wednesday, Wednesday's kind of a mix-up. I usually only ride one day a week. Usually it's only a couple motos, nothing super crazy, just kind of keeping the rust off more or less. Especially just because of all the things that I do. That's what happened to me last year is I just ran myself into a hole to an extent, body health-wise. So it's just such a toll that, one day of riding a week, try to do something semi-active, maybe another little cycle or stretch or a little bit of gym work on Wednesday, boom, fly out Thursday, repeat. Like it's so much, dude. I don't even know how to explain it. So much that I have to do that takes away from not being able to ride 2 or 3 days a week, fly in and out, have all my bike work done. Because like if I want to go ride that one day, like for instance, Monday right now, getting ready to fly back Tuesday, I blew out a couple spokes on my rear wheel the last day I was riding before I came out to Phoenix. So I'm gonna have to wake up Wednesday morning, take my tire off, put spokes in, put a tire back on, put my bike together, go through my bike before I head to the track on Wednesday, just to go to the track on Wednesday, do some laps, come back, guess what? Got to wash my own bike, got to change the oil, got to do all that. Maybe stretch a little bit. Oh, what do you know? I don't even have my helmet wrap or my graphics or anything else like that put together. So then I got to hop on, stay up till midnight, getting all the emails together, put everything together, get graphics shipped overnight, put everything there, boom, fly out Thursday, get there, put everything together, put the helmet wrap together, put my bike, get my bike all set up, do the helmet wrap video, do the marketing video, edit them, send them to the guy, post them on Instagram, do some Instagram reel stuff from press. Dude, like I could go on for days of just all the little stuff that I do that people don't see behind the scenes.
We're excited to announce the launch of our new membership site, gypsytales.com, packed with exclusive content and perks that you won't find anywhere else. This is your chance to become a part of the Gypsy Gang. And as a special bonus, if you sign up to an annual membership, you'll be entered into the draw to win our custom-built TC125. Gypsy Gang.